Hello Twitch and hello YouTube. So let me check if everything is alright. On Twitch it's okay. And on YouTube also. Okay, so it will be my first game dev session on Twitch, so I will do a quick presentation first. Yeah, so I have let me put the link for on Twitch and on YouTube. So this I'm also doing web dev session for another project, but today it will be a game dev session. So the links are different. Let's say web dev links, and then I want game dev links. So this is my web project, and I want the game one. So the project is new, like I started it last week, so it's very early in the dev. Taiga is already opened here. Okay, so this message will be for Twitch because there is a links and yeah, directly in the chat. So I will pin the message. Okay. And this one is for YouTube because YouTube message size is only half what Twitch allows. Okay. Okay. Okay, then. So I have this Taiga project, which is my project management tools to keep track where I am and what I am going to do next. So currently I have only one task because I did not set up everything else. But this first task is about the setup of my project. So what I want to do with this setup, it's some kind of preparation before actually starting on the perk. So what I need is some kind of base renderer to work on. And because I love TDD, I want to be able to start working in a TDD, let's say a TDD mode. Yeah. I already have the static code analysis report. We can see it. Yes, on SonarQube. I already have this kind of static code analysis report here. Yeah. Once this is working well, then I already have some notes, not here, here, to progress with what I want, like being able to write a cube with, well, I won't go into much details, but I already have another project. And actually, let me show you a bit. If I type Musholik on YouTube, I should be able to see. So this one was my project from 1 year ago. So I had some kind of engine, and so I was working on some kind of partial blocks and fluid propagation. So I worked on this game after this video. So I did not make any more video about this project, but I still worked on the next task, which was so no, I'm not saying it here, but it was like having a big infinite world, but there was a lot of performance issues about this, and I realized that the ways I were working in my game engine, there was some improvements I was not aware of that I could have make from the beginning. Well, I would have made things different if I knew about it from the beginning. Then after that, I was working on something else because of personal reason. And then recently, so I started on my web project like 5 months ago. Because the game project is a bit too long before I can get some kind of benefits from it, let's say. So I started working on a web project. This is the web project that I'm working on. It's still in development. But this project, I'm hoping to finish it sooner than a game project, which is more, how to say, realistic to finish a web project before a game one. And recently, I stumbled upon a game which is Mind Over Magic. And I was a bit inspired by the side-scroller version of the way it's using. It's using a side-scroller, but still there is some depth, and they are building things block by block. So I'm hoping to also do a side-scroller, because it will fix some of my problems in terms of performance and also in terms of complexity. So that's what I'm going to do with this new project, Plaxel side-scroller. And what I'm doing currently, I'm starting from let's say a bare-bone Vulkan base project. So what I did first, I took this sample from the compute shader tutorial from Vulkan tutorial, because my project will be heavily using compute shader since I will be doing a simulation on the GPU. So I took this example, and it took some time to convert it to Vulkan HPP, because Vulkan HPP is they are the C++ bindings for the Vulkan C API, and I found that preferable to use. because it's nicer in multiple ways. So this already took some time. And if we have a look, I can launch my project, and then you have this nice compute shader sample that I took from the website. And then I'm taking this example now, because compute shader are nice, but I want to do some kind of 3D. So I need to display, at least to display this kind of thing here. And for this, I took this sample, and actually there is a lot of of works just to get some image to be displayed, and that's what I'm currently doing. Because if I I had a stash, so I had some modification, and we can see here that to draw some images, I had to add a lot of code just to set up everything, and yeah. So for now, I'm copy pasting a lot of stuff, and I have to migrate from the Vulkan C API to the C++ binding. So I copy paste, and I modify every calls to the API to the C++ binding. Okay. I think that's mostly it for the presentation. So we can now start working on it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it took a lot of time just to here you see I need the vertex buffer, the index buffer, some kind of descriptor. I'm not very familiar with at least half of what I copy pasted. I still had a look at all this tutorial, so it's nice and all, but it's difficult to understand everything in one go, but that's okay. Okay, and when I tried to launch it, there was some error, but that was expected. Sorry. I tried to close the window of my project, but I closed the one from the IDE. So still I want to get the output here. Okay, so the error I have are when creating the pipeline. Okay, let's see. Let's see, topology, triangle, no. Let's see where I create my pipeline. The problem is I'm mixing the compute shader tutorial and the other one to write a 3D image. So it's not weird that there is maybe some kind of compatibility issues. So I did not modify these examples. It is from the compute shader module. Maybe I will have a look at the difference with the depth buffering. Graphics pipeline, create there. So as you can see, this is the C API, and here it is the C++ bindings. So I'm checking if, since there is an issue with the graphics pipeline creation, I'm checking if there is some difference between the two ways of creating it. Maybe it's because of this. Because this was changed. No. Okay. It must be changed, at least. Yes, it should be changed. Okay, I need to change. Yeah, okay. So this needs to be changed to the correct binding. I'm curious to see the difference with what I add in the compute shader. So in particular, the size of is different, and input rate. What is the default value? Vertex, so it's the same, so I can remove. With the C++ binding, you can see the default value, so it's different. The format, so yeah, here there is a difference because the input are not the same. So I need RGBS float. So which one? This one. This seems to be the same for the following one. That's because it's a vec3 object. This one is a vec2, so we actually remove component. Okay. So let's see if it changes anything. Yeah, I need to change the signature of... Okay, I did not see the... Okay, like this. Okay, so I did not expect the issue to be better, because yeah, what I changed is not related to what the error was, but it was still something to fix. Okay, so let's have a look again at the differences. Okay, here there are some differences, so let's see. Input assembly is different. Okay, so let's... oh, maybe... point list, no. Okay. Okay, I see, because in the compute shader tutorial, I was only displaying points, and now I want a triangle. Okay. Then, okay, it's the same. Rasterize polygon mode. So this is probably something I need. Rasterize polygon mode. What is the default value? Oh no, the default value is fine. So I don't need it. Okay. Front face. Let's see if I need the front face. The default value for this is counterclockwise, so no, it's okay. Multisampling. Let's see if I need also something. No. Okay, this deft things here, I will need it, but I don't want to set up it yet. This will be needed because I will have some, well, I will have the issue they are mentioning here. The pictures are not displayed in the right order, let's say. It should look like this. Okay, no, normally I can try without this one first. So let's see the RGB alpha. So let's comment this because okay, blend. So I don't know what it's doing exactly, but they are not using blending, so let's not use it. Okay, the rest is the same. What is it about this layout here? This is maybe what I'm missing. Let's have a look at what I added. So there is indeed a descriptor set layout that I added. So apparently I also need to add it here. Let's have to do for now. This is probably what the second error is about. Like it's saying that no, what is it? No, I'm not really sure if. Okay, let's continue and I will see if I get something about the P stages, which may be missing. Let's continue. Shader stages. So it looks like it should be related to this. Okay, it was about point size, and point size is something that we fixed because we changed it. We changed the here from. Oh, we cannot see the difference. Well, the default was about points. Let's see if the error change. So yes, it does change. Now I only have 2 errors. Let's see. I at least want to know, to check if I understand the error. Okay. So it seems like in my shader, so the first one, I'm using binding 0. But apparently I'm not declaring it in the pipeline layout. And the pipeline layout is probably what I did not put here. I'm just wondering because before I also had some kind of okay, there was no binding before. Before it was only about location. Okay, I see. So I need to... Let's have a method get pipeline layout info. That way I can do something like... Okay, so I'm not entirely familiar with C++. I want to have some kind of default implementation for virtual function. And I know in Java you can have this kind of thing. And in C++, I don't know. Okay. So let's see if it's working as I think it does. Because when I'm calling this method, I want to call the subclass implementation of this method. Virtual can be added at the beginning. If I'm doing this, maybe that's only what I need. If I declare it virtual, it will call the. I hope it will call the implementation. Okay, let's go to the renderer. So but it needs to be a protected method. Otherwise I cannot override it. So normally I can do override. I hope. Okay. I don't want to have a reference. Actually, I don't want anything as a parameter. Thank you, Karuto, for the red. So I'm currently working on my future game, and I'm very early in the development. So I'm currently working on Vulkan based engine. Most of it is probably bots. What do you mean? About the red? Ah. Okay, because since it's a red of 2 people, I guess you're saying that there is one bot with you? Maybe. Okay, I need to change my signature. Okay. Then I may have a look at what you're doing. Thank you for watching. Okay, yeah. So normally, well, this project is quite recent. I started on this game project 1 week ago. And normally I'm doing some web dev, a web dev project. C++ is not the language I'm most familiar with. No, it's actually a web app. A web app to store and centralize documents, so really nothing dev related. So this is a public version, but there is a version in development. But so what I'm planning to do is on Monday I will be streaming GameDev. So 1 year ago approximately, I started my first game engine, which was something like this. I was doing some kind of a partial blocks rendering, like you have some blocks and you can change a bit how full the block is, and I was working also on fluid propagation. But then it was 1 year ago, I continued working on it for some time, but there was some performance issues that was a bit difficult to work with. And for personal reason, this one was not Vulkan. This one was just OpenGL. Yeah, OpenGL. And so I stopped working on it because I was doing some other thing for personal reason. And the web project, I did it because it was not realistic to work again on this project and get some benefits from it. So it was more realistic to work on a web project and get some kind of economic model for it. Yeah, and what I wanted to say, because I will redo the game so this one is not my game, but I was a bit inspired about what they were doing. They are doing a side scroller in 3D with building blocks, and I want to do something similar because it will solve a bit some problem of performance, and it will make the lot of things less complex. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it's some kind of modeling, but this is one personage of your game. Lot of FPS. But I will have a look at your previous VOD to understand what your game is about. So this will be the default implementation of my function here. And then I want the my implementation in the renderer. Here. Decryptor set layout. Okay. And that's it, I think. What's the problem here? Oh, I forgot to return. Okay. Okay, so you're still early in the dev also, I guess. Not as early as me, of course. So the WebM file is the 3D model, I guess. Okay. Are you using Vulkan also? Okay. But, on my side, I'm using Vulkan from the from the tutorial because I know there are some kind of engine a bit higher level which I could use, but I don't want to use them because I need to be more familiar with how Vulkan is working behind the scene. Because my game will be heavily how to say, I need it to be really performant. Yeah. Because it will be a simulated world, entirely simulated. And before I go, I will go using some kind of higher level engine. Yeah. What do you recommend then instead of Vulkan tutorial? I know it will be the basic resources to make things work. But for me, that's the minimum that I will be. Yeah. But that's okay. I will start with the Vulkan base and then depend. When my needs becomes different, I will be able to have. Yeah. No, that's probably what I will do also. I will learn by myself and from the community, like you said. But that's enough to start with for now. Yeah, why not discard? It's okay. Going to get. Okay, I forgot to change the signature of this. Okay, so now I have my pipeline layout info. So you have already a multiplayer backend. Okay. Okay, so I forgot to set to have the set layouts apparently. Let's see. So this file is from the tutorial, and I'm mixing two tutorials. So because I'm using compute shader, so I'm getting some. I started with this example of compute shader, but I'm trying to integrate a 3D drawing from this tutorial. So apparently I forgot the set layouts, maybe. Maybe I forgot, okay. Forgot something else. So I will implement the dev buffer. Thank you, Karuto, for the follow. But first I want to at least draw this without the dev buffer, and then I will implement the dev buffer. Yeah, I need probably some kind of where is it? I forgot some flags probably, but I don't remember where it is. Pick physical device maybe. Yeah, it's very early. My plan is this. Display a simple square, so that's what I'm doing with the compute shader. Make it a cube, then I want to, in my compute shader, I want to have so I'm not familiar with your term, EC, ECS. Vulkan. Or at least I don't remember. ECS. No, I'm not familiar. What I want to do, I want a sparse voxel object. Let's say SVO Vulkan renderer. Yes, there is probably something like this. Okay, I'm not familiar with the terms. But I don't know if you know what SVO is. It's sparse voxel octree. It's a representation of my world into the GPU memory. And depending on the value that I have in this object, which is a representation of the world. Okay, thank you for the suggestion. Let me write it. Yes. Great. Yeah, depending on this representation of the world, I will write what the world looks like a bit. What is it? What it is about in this? That way, I have some kind of a destructible world, block by block, a bit a Minecraft-like world. So yeah, the sparse voxel 3 representation in the GPU is a somewhat complex object, but not really complex. Yeah, yeah, I will, yeah. So it will be, I will have this kind of a vertex, where is it? So here for now, I have my vertices and indices into an array here, which is hard-coded. And what I want is to generate the vertices and indices from the compute shader. I will have some kind of compute shader. This one is to generate particles, but I will change it. And this, by generating all the vertices and indices, I will render cubes. And then at this point, when I have my sparse voxel tree, I will start working on something a bit more complex. Fluid simulation, moving blocks, and so on. Yeah, for testing purpose. It's like I'm going to iteratively get to what I want to achieve in the end. So yeah, I will start with being able to render cubes, and then I will improve my renderer to be able to work on the more complex stuff. Since I'm not very familiar with C++, Vulkan, I need to go from the simple stuff to before going to the complex stuff. Okay, so the graphics pipeline library. Let's see if I find anything. No, so not there. So I need to check if I'm missing something. Oh, maybe it's a define? No, I don't know. I guess I'm missing some kind of flags when I'm creating my device. Enabled features. Dynamically allocate descriptor sets. So, okay, I'm not sure what you mean by for now, but probably if if it's something I'm needing, I will stumble upon it. So let's see how I'm creating my logical device. I will check if there is any difference between what I'm doing currently and what the tutorial is doing. Okay, here I'm also needing a compute flags because I'm using compute shader. Present support. What is it about? Ah, yeah, no, okay. This is getting a boolean. So if I understand correctly, in my vertex buffer, here I have a uniform buffer object, which represents the camera. It could represent the camera, I guess. And you're saying currently, so it will be something hard-coded, and if I want to dynamically change it, I will have some trouble, probably. But yeah, I will see when I need to take care of this. Okay, yeah, I don't see. Swap chain. Let's see if I have something like piece layout. What's the problem? So this object, I know the problem. Well, or not. Actually, I don't. So if, okay, you mean if I have multiple objects? But at least in the beginning, the multiple objects will be only, where is it? All my objects will be created from like a big vertices and a big indices buffer. So I will need only one binding. But anyway, It's okay if I have some if I have to deal with it later on, it's okay. So I want to look at this. No. Not this, about this. Wait, it's saying element of pset layouts must be valid. Descriptor set layout. Ah, maybe. Oh, I know. It's because I'm creating this object after. So how should I proceed? Because currently I'm creating the graphics pipeline first. So you're saying if I'm using one big buffer, it's limiting. It's probably you're probably right, but that's the approach I will be going first. I prefer to take the simplest approach first and then improve later on. Okay, how do I solve this issue? Because I won't be able... Let's see. What are the dependencies? Yeah, I need a device first. So if I only need a device, I can probably add a virtual function here. Yeah, I really don't know what it will look in the end. To achieve what I want, but I know there is a lot of research about using SVO, like if you're looking for NVIDIA. You have a lot of publications about sparse voxel trees and so on. So in the end, I will probably have to look at some papers to improve what I'm doing, to make it more efficient. Which I already did in some parts with my first project. So I know a bit about the overview of what I want to do, but not about all the details. Thank you. Okay, probably I want to integrate my... Where is it? I want to integrate probably what I have here. I want to integrate probably at this point before the graphics pipeline. How to name that? Init. Okay, I will keep things simple. Init custom layouts for now. So I want to keep it virtual with a default implementation like this. Then we'll implement I will make it next to the init Vulkan. We also need to make it protected. Clion. So this IDE from Jetbrains, I like it because I'm used to another one. Because I'm more of a web developer. I'm used to using this one, Ultimate, which is more yes for web development. Ultimate. I want to have a look at the default page, but oh, this well actually this is the name. Yeah, and because I'm used to it, and I like some of the features of the IDE. But I'm not really familiar. The other alternative will be probably Visual Studio Code, but I don't know how they are. Yeah. Yeah, you're saying it's not built on a good language, Java, and I'm actually like a Java expert. I understand what you mean, probably because C++ is better in terms of performance and probably a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, Java has its problems, but he also has his advantages. Remember what I wanted to do. This one will keep the default implementation. I will also add it below here. Yeah, the garbage collector can be problematic in Java. In C++, probably, well, in C++, I think, and I'm not really familiar with C++, but there is a lot of quality of life regarding memory management with destructors and so on. But otherwise, it can, at least in Java, you don't forget as much as, let's say, a junior dev in C++ could forget. It's easier, probably, to write in Java from the perspective of a junior dev. Okay, I remember now. I want the implementation of this. Okay, so you're saying you're handling all the memory management yourself. For example, when I started to work on this Vulkan renderer, I was using a destructor, and I switched to using, because I'm using Vulkan HPP, the C++ bindings for Vulkan, and they have a RAII layer on top, which handles all the memory management for you, basically. That way I don't have to implement my own destructor, and I don't have to worry about memory leaks. Yeah, okay. The problem that I have with doing like memory management manually is every time you do something manually, there is a risk of error, and you have to maintain it. And at least, for example, here, I'm letting the layer do the job for me. But if it's well done, then yeah, there is no problem. Okay, so now that I have this, I can create. Let's check. I will create these two, the set layout and the descriptor sets. At this point here, maybe I can also, well, does not really matter, but I will create also this one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I guess it can be rewarding once it's once you finish and everything is working well. But even then, if your garbage collector is complex, you still have to maintain it, and I prefer to have if I can use some kind of third party which is well maintained, that's better. Yeah, if it's simple, then that's okay to do it manually. Okay, the descriptor pool. So apparently I'm not creating the descriptor pool at the right moment. Okay, I need the descriptor pool before. Let's see. Need Vulkan descriptor pool, where is it? Ah, okay, I need to create the descriptor pool before creating the descriptor set. It's okay, it's not a problem. So let's see where it was before. Well, let's create them at the end. Okay, then okay, let's see what I'm doing wrong. Anisotropy. I don't remember what this is about, but let's see. So indeed, in the create texture sampler, there is probably some difference. Yes, this one was added. Ah, probably I did not. I need to link it somewhere. In the descriptor sets. Okay, let's have a look at the difference. The move constructor. No, I'm not really familiar with. No, this is a part of C++ I'm not really familiar with. Is it a way to move the owner of the object? Probably to make it so that the okay. It probably helps in managing memory, I guess. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, we keep that in mind. Okay. Maybe, I'm not sure about that, but for example, let's go to, where is it? Yeah, friend class. It's something I knew from a bit from school. But I don't think I have to worry about that now. Okay. Because I know that some classes can share, like for example, you have the protected keyword for to protect some properties, but you can share some properties between two classes if they are friends somehow. I guess that's it. Okay. This aspect about friend, I learned it from school, like maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, probably something like that. But I guess it's something which is quite old then. Friend class C++. Because yeah, for example, the move constructor, it seems to be something from 2017. As I saw somewhere, where is it? Or maybe it's, no. No, okay. There is one part which is recent, but maybe the... Well, does not matter. But yes, I know about it. Okay, so the texture sampler... where is it used? It's used in the create descriptor set. Yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like some of your struggles from years ago could have been solved, maybe. I'm using the texture sampler here. Maybe I need it somewhere else. No, only there. Okay, what am I missing about this? The texture sampler seems correctly created. It's not enabled. Oh, okay, that's about this. Okay. Okay, the logical device here, and then here I'm needing the sampler. Okay. Okay, so now I have an issue about descriptor set. So maybe I need to enable an extension. Okay, probably. Okay, let's have a look at the descriptor pool. If you use a std vector or string in a class, it's important to define a move constructor to move those. So I don't know what you mean. Let's see. In my base order, I have, for example, I declare these vectors of swap chain images. Why would I need to move those vectors? And well, I don't have strings. I'm also using array, which I'm initialized to null printer because there is no default constructor for this object. I was looking at not this pool, descriptor pool. Descriptor pool. Pool size count. I'm trying to understand what you mean. Maybe that, okay. Because I used the move function somewhere without understanding what it was about. And with what you say, I guess I know. No. This is stated in the documentation of this object. Because this object is basically a vector of command buffer, and they are saying that if I want to get one comment buffer, I should get it from this way. And if I understand correctly, it means that I'm moving like the ownership to this object. And they are probably saying this because when I'm going outside of the scope of this object, it will destroy the object. And yeah, I guess I understand what you mean. Because if I'm destroying the... Yeah, see. Okay, good to know because I was using this without knowing what it was about. Okay, I guess I understand. I will try something. If I add set it to 2 more, because I have two frames in flight, it should probably work. Now let's see. No. This type. Ah, okay. No, I just understand. Because there is some kind of types. Or the pool size. It's a combined image sampler. Pool sizes. Size. I see a lot of static cast in the documentation, but maybe because I'm using the C++ bindings, I don't need the cast anymore. I'm not sure. Could be a good idea to remove all the static cast if I don't need them. Okay. Which type is it? Maybe this one, because this one already existed, and... Okay, let's see. Let's do... Yeah, I'm learning about that. There is a lot of things I'm not familiar with Vulkan, and, well, fixing the issues at least will make me learn a bit more about Vulkan. So it was not this one. Okay. Yeah, there is 2 descriptor sets because I'm... Okay, I did not remove the one from the compute shader. I will... let's see. but it's probably related to that. My renderer, let's see here. Oh, compute descriptor set. Okay, probably the problem is I'm using update descriptor sets from two different places. Oh. I don't know if you can mix them. Probably not, because it's using the same. It's probably overwriting the. But descriptor writes is an array. Oh, I can use it multiple times. So this one is using one uniform buffer and one combined image sampler. This and the other one, this one. I need two descriptor sets. Let's see, because I'm still trying to understand this part. So my init Vulkan here, the descriptor pool. I need two descriptor sets. So no, I'm not following you, but I will at some point. I will I will understand. Let's see. My base, no, my render here. Okay, it was a bit buggy. Okay, let's see. Max set. This one, okay. Okay, I did not take attention to this parameter. Okay, I see. Okay. Get it. Then this should be fine. So it was not 0. It was 2. But yeah. I did not see it. So indeed it's better. So, well, I have other error, but I will work on them. No, there is something that I'm not sure. The descriptor count is probably per set. So if I need only one uniform buffer per set, it should be okay. And the storage buffer, it's probably the same actually. Let's see. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I want to check. I did not see it was 0 on the validation layer. Okay, so okay, it's the total. I wanted to check if it was for one set or for the total. Okay. Okay, then the problem. Let's see, I need to concentrate a bit on this part to make some sense of it. Okay, so let's have a look at the draw command. And maybe I have some leftover from the compute shader part. Scroll right. We'll, probably I need to activate wrap, soft wrap. That's better, like this. Let's have a look at my draw command. So I don't remember if it's in the renderer or... It's also possible that I forgot to copy paste some things. Oh. Let's compare right away draw frame. So I did not modify this part, so everything here is comes from the compute shader tutorial. Okay, let's have a look at the draw command. Okay, so there is first the compute submission, which is part of the compute shader, and then the graphic submission. For fence. Okay, ouais. So let's see, I'm doing a reset of the fence, a reset of the command buffer, the record. Let's have a look at the record command. I don't know why I have two clear values. Three, maybe one for each does it call it? Frames in flight. Ah yes, for color and depth, yes. And currently I don't really want to handle depth. Okay. So I have this draw command. Split. Let's split. Should remove that. You mean the clear color? I don't really understand this part yet. The clear color is used where? Underpass. I will check after. No, for now, I will try to see about this error if I can understand where the error is. So this was okay. I will probably remove this part because it was about and this part also. It was about the compute shaders which I don't really want to use right now. Okay. Well, I will see if it's causing an error. Well, for now, I don't think it's an error. I'm seeing no. But yeah, I will see. Because after that, I will implement the devs buffer, then I may need to use it. Okay, let's see, because I removed the compute shader part. Maybe it will be better. No. Well, it's better. I don't have the error from before. But there is nothing to see, so... let's see, I want to make sure that I have my textures. No, it's probably loaded. I guess it was already to 1. Because if I look at the compute shader tutorial, it was my base, and they have the clear color, which I was using. Yeah, the clear value count is 1. You know, I'm seeing nothing, and this may be harder to understand why. So we'll have to look at the difference between what I'm doing and what they are doing. Let's see, because I'm not using the devs yet, maybe I will check also the tutorial from this part here. Because, for example, there is something related to depth. Multiple pipeline layout, maybe. Pipeline layout. Yes, there is a compute pipeline layout. Because I will be using compute shader, so this one. When I'm doing my draw frame, I'm using first the compute submission. How does it work? I have my compute queue. Trying to see how it is related to the compute layout. And then there is a graphics submission. So you say it's trying to tell me that the pipeline I bound was not the correct one, but it's not telling me anything here. All the messages that I have are normal ones, so I don't have any error. Well, I only have a black screen. Yeah, there is no error anymore. That's why I need to check the difference between what I did and what render doc. What do you mean by the render doc? The renderer I have here is the one I created from the tutorial. So I will just have a look. Render doc. I'm using a VPN, so Google is not happy. Graphic debugger. Yes, it could be helping AI. Could be good to make it work. It's working on Linux. Yeah, even if it's not what I need right now, it could be interesting to set up it. Yeah, I will see. Let's see, maybe I can get it working with the client. No, there is no integration, so I will continue with a quick start. Yeah, I was hoping, for example, in one of my other projects, when I was doing Java application, I could directly launch some kind of profiler from the IDE. But I could also do it from a separate window. So I can maybe attach to a running instance. Let's see. If I do something like this. No, I have to remember my password. It's not this one. Is this one? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Tick. So there is no app which is named RenderDoc apparently, or no? I'm just checking how to start the interface. My start menu is yes, Q RenderDoc. Yes, if they want. Okay. So let's have it here. Fresh, no. Okay. It's not working that way apparently. For some reason. Capture. I don't think I will have the time to use it because normally I plan to finish at 11:30, so I will finish soon my dev session. But it was very, very nice to have you on chat, Carito. So thank you. And yeah, I will have a look at also at your project to see since it seems to be related to what I'm doing. So yeah, could be interesting to get a look. And actually, I will continue my stream this afternoon. So in 3 hours, more or less, I will continue working on this project. And maybe I will be able to make this tool work. Could be nice to see. Yeah. Okay, no problem. So thank you for watching, and that's it for me. So, goodbye.